Our next guest is Dexter, and you can see he is not a cat, he is a rat. Dexter is about a year old, and he's considered a fancy rat. A lot of people don't realize, and I know you've seen rats and other animals before, but a lot of people don't realize we take all domesticated animals. So if it needs the help of a human to survive, we will take it here. One thing we may or may not have had on the show is our fish. Right now we have 2 fish that are available for adoption. But let's talk about Dexter. We were told Dexter was taken out of a bad situation, or I should say Dexter was put online to free to a good home, and someone took him because they felt him and his brother were in a bad situation. So that person kept Dexter and his brother for a week, but decided they couldn't keep him, so they relinquished him to the shelter. So Dexter and his brother were living together, and they were getting into fights. So we did have to separate them. So right now they are separated and individuals. Rats do like companionship. However, you do need to monitor that. If they're single, you need to ensure that they aren't fighting for resources or territory within wherever they're being kept. So that's something we saw. And because there are times animals can't be monitored here 24/7, we chose to separate them so they wouldn't injure each other. Sometimes people say, well, how long do rats live? Average is about 2 to 3 years. They do need handling. They need proper exercise. So just like any other pet, you do need to pay attention to them. The feeling is that sometimes the smaller an animal is, the more it doesn't need as much from you. That's not the case. All animals need interaction. They need exercise. Some rats will run in a wheel, some won't. The balls that they have for small mammals aren't necessarily good. It can kind of be traumatic for them to be trapped in a ball like that, whereas a wheel, they have the option to get off the wheel or not be on the wheel. So if you're interested in a small mammal, whether it's a rat, a gerbil, a hamster, what we encourage people to do is do your research first before you just end up with one. So many people go out on a whim, they buy one, they adopt one, and they don't really think about what's included with small animal care. So that's another thing we can help people with, is let us be a resource so you know what you're getting into before you adopt. If you're interested in Dexter, you can ask one of our kennel staff to give you a hand getting him out, and you can by all means visit with him. That's it for this segment. After a short break, we'll be back and we'll have 5 more adoptable animals for you to take a look at.